So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our today's lesson. Last time we looked at differentiation from first principles formula, trying to understand where that formula came from. To understand that we are just talking about gradient, we are talking about the slope of a line. And we looked at how that formula came to be. And today we are going to use that formula to answer questions that are asked about differentiation. So you see this question in grade 12, paper 1 final examination in paper 1, where each and every one of these have 5 marks. You probably have 1, but the marks for you to calculate that will be 5 marks definitely. So how exactly do we solve that? Okay, look at your formula. Your formula has this part and that part, f of x plus h and f of x. So what are we going to do? We are going to take this and write it here. That's f of x is equal to what? Is equal to 2x. That's your first step. And then f of x plus h, because it's also the f of x plus h, is equal to what? F of x plus h, it means wherever there is x, plug in x plus h. That's 2x plus h. And that's equal to 2x plus 2h. And the numerator is actually equal to f of x plus h minus f of x. So you might have to simplify that before you go there. That's f of x plus h is this one, and it's 2x plus 2h. Subtract. Please don't forget to use brackets when you are doing this. Minus f of x. Sorry about that. I no longer want to write f of x here. Minus 2x, because our 2x is f of x, and please use brackets. Now expand your brackets. That's 2x plus 2h minus 2x. And we are going to be left with our answer what? 2h. Because 2x minus 2x will become 0. So now let's go and apply into our formula. Is equal to limit f prime of x is equal to limit as h goes to 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. Here we go. Limit as h goes to 0. And what is our f of x plus h minus f of x? Is this thing that you calculated here? The answer was 2h all over. What is your h? Your h is still h. And here you can just divide h and h. So you are going to be given limit as h goes to 0 of 2. And the answer is equal to 2. Okay, limit of a number that doesn't have this value, this limit letter, you just take it the way it is. So that's how we solve this one. Okay, let's move on and try to get this other question. Now we are given f of x is equal to minus 3x plus 7. The first step is to make sure that you write this. We've already written that. And you also need f of x plus h. Meaning, substitute where there is x, put this one, minus 3x plus h plus 7, right? We just substitute it here, and we get minus 3x minus 3h. Be very careful when you are expanding with a negative. That's plus 7. And you now need f of x plus h minus f of x. And this is f of x plus h, which is this one. So you take minus 3x minus 3h plus 7. Then you subtract, open bracket again, you take this. minus 3x plus 7. So what are we going to get? We are going to expand bracket here, minus 3x minus 3h plus 7. Negative is going to change everything inside, which is plus 3x minus 7. Okay, let's see here. Minus 3x plus 3x goes to 0. Then plus 7 minus 7, that's 0. So we are only left with minus 3h. So it's equal to minus 3h. And the formula says f prime of x is supposed to be equal to limit as h goes to 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x all over h, right? And then we can see that limit as h goes to 0. This top part is minus 3h because it's this one, right? Minus 3h, that's minus 3h all over h. And we divide here and we are left with the limit as h goes to 0 of minus 3. And what do you think? We say that when there is no h here, we don't have to worry. We just write the answer like that. So that's what we do. Let's have the last one. Okay, here we go. This is the last question that we were given. You may try to pause the video and try to apply what you have understood up to now. Hopefully, you did that. So let's go on and try to see what we're supposed to do here. The first step is to write f of x and f of x plus h, right? So we already have f of x here. We now need f of x plus h. And what are we going to get? Wherever there is x, put in x plus h, right? Wherever there is x, you're going to put x plus h. So nothing changes. Squared minus 3 times x plus h plus 2. Let's go ahead. Let's expand this bracket. That's x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Then expand this bracket. We have minus 3x minus 3h plus 2. By the way, here I just expanded using an identity, but you can expand using what you know, x plus h, then you start expanding it that way. So we go ahead. What are we going to have here? By the way, we have, okay, there's nothing else that you can do from here. Okay, now we need the other stage, which is f of x plus h minus f of x, which is the top part of the equation. So I'm going to start from here because I know it's a bit long because it has this and that. So I'm going to take f of x plus h. I'm going to have x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 3x minus 3h plus 2. And I'm going to subtract this x squared plus, oh, not plus, that's minus, right? X squared. Okay, let me rub everything here. So we have x squared minus 3x plus 2, right? And now we have this, let's expand brackets. We have x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 3x minus 3h plus 1 minus x squared. This one becomes plus 3h minus 2. Remember, the negative affects everything inside. So here we go. We have the x squared minus x squared. They go away. Which one else? With minus 3x and plus 3x. Minus 3x plus 3x is going to be 0. Again, we have, oh, here it was not supposed to be 1. It was supposed to be 2, right? Yes, this is plus 2 plus 2. I copied wrong. This is 2. This is 2. Yes. Plus 2 minus 2 is going to go away. The idea is that everything from the side of f of x should be cancelled. If you see something left, you know that you've made a mistake. So what is left? I'm seeing that we are now left with 2xh plus h squared minus 3h. Okay, good one. So let's write the formula for f prime of x. The formula for f prime of x is equal to limit as h goes to 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. So we go on like that. That's the limit here is h goes to 0. Then substitute the top is this one. 2xh plus h squared minus 3h all over h. So you need to make sure that everything here is sorted out. We don't want the h in the denominator. That's why we are trying to divide, if possible. Okay, we don't want the h in the denominator because if we put this 0 in the denominator, we have a problem. Remember, in maths, we cannot have a number over 0. This one is called undefined. We cannot have 5 over 0. We cannot have 2 over 0. We cannot have any number over 0. Therefore, we cannot substitute 0 here. So what we're going to do is we are going to factor out the numerator. That's a limit as h goes to 0. h, 2x is left here. Here there is an h left. Here there is minus 3 left. All over h. And this h and h are going to cancel. And we are left with the limit as h goes to 0 of 2x plus h minus 3. Okay, we are now here. Limit as h goes to 0 of 2x plus h minus 3 of 2x minus h plus 3, right? The limit of this. So what are we going to do here? We are going to plug in. We are going to plug in the value of h where there is h. We are going to plug in 0 where there is h. So we have 2x minus 0 plus 3. And we have 2x plus 3. That's your answer here. How about you try this and then you send in the comment section below. You may send in the comment section, differentiate from first principles. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time.